Okay, before we get back to Kevin Lynch, who is the vice president of Second Skull, a concussion technology company, secondskull.com. That's 2ndskull.com.
Great logo, by the way.
They've got the Second Skull cap. They've got the Second Skull band. There's a smart cap that Russ is wearing. We're going to let Kevin explain all of that. But before we do, I think visually, Russ, you should give a demonstration of what's going on.
Are you ready?
We're ready.
Is Kevin going to talk us through it?
No, I want you just to show them, then Kevin's going to tell you what you did.
This steel ball.
You're such a moron, I swear to God.
Watch this. Just watch. I'll show you. This is this is not their material. Typical stuff in a helmet, I guess.
Wow! Do that again.
Again.
You don't look it on camera, because on camera it looks like the thing's just flying back up to Mars.
Like Jack.
Okay, now watch what happens on the yellow.
The
up
yellow.
close again.
Ready?
Watch this.
What?
No, go way up high. Go up high. Go up high. Right there. Drop it from there. Drop it from there. Drop it from there.
I will. Good.
Isn't that satisfying?
If I drop it from here, up here.
Now do the other one like that. I'm going to drop it from here.
Drop it.
I'm going to drop it from here. Look at this. Watch. I'm going to drop it from right here. Watch.
Okay,
Watch.
here we go. Here we
The
go.
whole thing. No, go back up.
There we go. There we go. Back.
Watch. Boom.
Dead.
How you like that? Okay. Fantastic. I'm sold, man. That is amazing.
And
I mean, it
by the
really
way-
is. And what? So what? Okay, so translate what that's happening when you get hit in the head.
Yeah.
Because
That's
the other one bounces off. I think, well, that's better. It's bouncing off me.
right.
But that's
But
not
you can
better.
also hear it code through the wood.
Well,
so
what
it's not
happens
just
is your brain is in a gelatinous material,
Right.
and that causes the
Right. So that material is
Scientific
super open cell polymer, and what it does is it absorbs the technology. It's, as you can see, it's
So
it's
thinner.
flexible,
It's
at rest,
absorbing-
and breathable, and it absorbs. It hardens on impact instantaneously, and then dissipates.
is
back
this
to its
absorbing
cell
before it gets to me? Is basically
Yes.
what that's happening. It's
Yes.
absorbing before, because I mean, here's like a rubber mat.
Right.
And that's
so-
just a mouse pad.
Right.
Right? And that's a nice pocket square, right?
By the
And it
way.
matches your tie, too. So basically, the absorption of force is what you're looking for before it transfers inside your head.
When it comes through the helmet, it has another layer of that material that absorbs the impact. And then on the other impact that we were talking about, the rotational force, that cap, based on its patented design, works as a slip plane because it's made with panels. And so when the helmet gets hit on the on that cap, it slides. And when it slides, it's not snapping your head and neck immediately, which is
what you call
which is dissipating energy on the part of the impact. And then it's a significant reduction in injury if you reduce that number. Like a 10% reduction in rotational force equates to like a 30% chance of being hurt.
I can tell you right
so it's
now,
not 1-to-1.
There's people watching us and listening to us on the radio right now, watching us on television, are asking, can we buy these things? Are these available to market right now?
Yeah, they are. They're available on our website. They're available on Amazon. They're available at some Dick's, some Dunham's, some Shields.
All right.
This fell out when I was playing around
So
earlier.
talk about this cap here, because this is different.
That is we have that product is patented, the cap, and that rugby cap is made to the international standards, approved by International Rugby, and you can see Russ has a sensor in there that is covered in our patent. If you have a sensor in anything that's not a helmet, our patent covers that.
So that is to be worn while you're playing rugby.
Or
and that's
7-on-7 football is what that's designed
for
in America.
for tag football.
Right.
Really? So
Yeah, it's big, and it has to be big here.
Yeah,
it's huge in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, smaller schools, smaller cities don't have 11-on-11 football. They have 7-on-7, and they don't wear real helmets.
Well, also like AAU basketball, every major high school has a 7-on-7 team. Their skill positions and their defenders, they work on their passing game. It's huge. There's
Is this
hundreds of thousands of kids.
Is this worn under the helmet?
No, that's a standalone product. And with that sensor that we can put in the headband and in that cap, we can tell you where you got hit, then put a threshold about what you would be like to get hurt, and deliver it right to your phone on
But
an
why
app
not?
today.
I
Put it
I
under
would
the
get
helmet.
Yeah, put it under your helmet. That'd be like double protection.
Well,
no?
the real issue is the beauty of that, and why the NFL and why it's
You don't need all that with
right.
that,
Well, and you don't have a fitting issue, right? That's 2 millimeters of pour on. It slides on your head. It fits.
that one's comfortable too. And this one, I tell you, sometimes I pass out at the bar and I'm thinking, God, if I didn't hit my head, I really would be fine. Hangover is all I'd have.
So this is a headband. It's not covering
It's
the
a
top of my head.
headband,
Why
but-
does that matter?
Well, it's the same thing like you were talking about your daughter in volleyball,
Rugby,
like soccer,
or-
basketball, girls lacrosse,
Yeah.
anything. It's astronomically better than nothing. And actually, to bring it up, we've signed an agreement with a major European soccer federation.
Oh,
they
great.
did an international study of everything out there. They liked our product the best. We should announce it at the end of May, where they're gonna add a little bit of technology, and we're gonna be able to introduce a soccer band in that market and hopefully bring it international.
Now I'm thinking it might have a little advantage if you have one of those on in soccer and you do a headbutt, it's like,
Yeah.
or it might deaden the
No, it's
ball
gonna
and
deaden
screw
the
up.
ball.
Right, it really doesn't have that much of effect. It's
Yeah.
approved, but the main thing is if you get an elbow or you bump heads,
Right.
and there's a tremendous amount of concussions in soccer, and as you've seen the data now, large repetitive small hits add up to just
Sure.
as bad as
Right.
one real big one,
Yeah.
and that's kind of where all this is designed to go.
Ask Dan Marino.
It's and that is, we equate it to a cell phone cover for your head or a seat belt, right? When we were kids, nobody wore a seat belt. Now you don't
yeah.
get in the car with one. The world's going there, and that's going to be a part of your
Jeez, it's great.
uniform when you play contact sports.
For the business geeks that are watching the program, before we let you get out of here today, as a company, you guys were a startup company, and
Right.
and now you're what's called a first stage company. And
Correct.
You're in the process of new innovation. You're in the process of raising capital, so on and so forth. At the end of the day, what's the goal here? To get this purchased by a bigger company? Is it to be in every sport as a standalone? Is it to go public? What's typically the idea for a company like this?
Normally, I think a company like this, and our eyes are wide open. We'll take any exit that we can get.
Yeah.
But I think to establish the brand.
Sure.
And then find an exit. We assume somebody will want to acquire it once we establish the brand,
Nike.
especially with 230 million people playing soccer.
Nike.
You know what else is nice about this stuff? It has a nice minty flavor. It's chewy. It probably lasts forever. And I'm so sorry.
Kevin,
but
thanks, man. Appreciate it. Kevin Lynch, Second Skull.
That's cool.
SecondSkull.com. It's 2ndskull.com. We'll put them out to our 60,000 followers. And we'll drive some folks to that website. Fantastic stuff. Thanks again to the Walk Lady.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
The Walk Lady. Imla.
Grace Young. Grace Young. Stir frying to the skies.
I'm going home and cooking.
I know you are. All right, Chris Janik is our director. Jared Coleman is our assistant director and our executive producer. Curtis Medovich, our keeper of keys, our floor director, our floor cameraman. BigBizShow.com. See you tomorrow.
Need a helmet? Oh. That could have stopped it.